Good evening, friends, and welcome to a very exciting session. Today is Monday, and we start off with a huge security scare for Prime Minister Modi when he visited Bangalore just few days back. What was that security scare about? And also, who is behind Chief Minister Vijay's success, and who is controlling the shots of Chief Minister Vijay? This and much more in today's very interesting session, which many mainstream channels they shy to talk about. So make sure to watch this full video, and if you do like our content, make sure to hit the like button. So welcome Dhanashree, welcome Leena. So yeah, so let's start off with the first piece of news. If you could, um,
Go ahead, Jyoti.
yes. So starting with the first piece of news, and Modi ji attended Sri Ravi Shankar's event in Bengaluru just few days back. And what was very shocking was two gelatin sticks were recovered near an event venue ahead of Prime Minister Modi's meeting, and it triggered a huge security scare, prompting an intensive police investigation. So, two gelatin sticks were found on the side of a footpath nearly 3 kilometers away from the main venue where PM Modi was scheduled to arrive. Security agencies immediately cordoned off that area after the recovery, while bomb disposal and forensic teams were rushed to the spot for examinations. Police have launched a detailed probe into the incident and are currently conducting intense interrogation of a suspect in connection with the case. Officials are trying to ascertain how the gelatin sticks reached the area and whether there was any larger conspiracy behind the recovery. And this is, amidst all the important Art of Living International Center event in which Modi ji was invited by Sri Ravi Shankar. Now, most importantly, Karnataka Home Minister G. Parameswara said the police are investigating this recovery of gelatin sticks and they have acted upon it. But who is behind this, heinous attack? Trying to kill our Prime Minister Modi. And so the people behind it is obviously being funded by elements of deep state ISI and many other anti-national elements inside of India. Going forward, PM Modi should be very careful about his security, especially in non-BJP governed states. We saw what happened when Suvendu Adhikari's personal aide was murdered. We'll be talking about that as to what Suvendu Adhikari is doing. He's doing a fantastic job. And so even his security is very crucial because he's a very big target in West Bengal after the way Mamata Banerjee was, thrown out by the people's mandate.
Yeah.
So going forward, all the key BJP chief ministers and especially the prime minister are very big targets for the international forces and the forces which exist inside India, which is anti-national. So this is something which
Yeah. Also very important, friends, is today's news where Prime Minister Modi made a series of economic appeals to the nation during a public address in Hyderabad. The call for spending restraint is driven by a brewing energy and economic crisis in West Asia, specifically the US-Iran conflict, which has spiked global crude oil prices and put pressure on India's foreign exchange reserves. The Prime Minister framed these measures as patriotic behavioral changes rather than mandatory laws, asking citizens to adopt a simple lifestyle for at least 1 year. That is, avoid foreign travel. He urged the middle class to postpone overseas vacations and avoid destination weddings abroad to prevent forex outflow, postpone gold purchases, citing gold as a major import burden. He asked families to refrain from buying excessive gold for 1 year. Fuel restraint, he called for reduction in petrol And diesel use, encouraging carpooling, public transport, and a shift to electric vehicles, return of work from home to save fuel and reduce the strain on infrastructure. He advocated for offices to revive pandemic era digital work models and to reduce edible oil consumption. Since India imports a vast amount of cooking oil, he suggested cutting back on its use for both economic and health reasons. An agricultural shift, he asked farmers to reduce the use of imported chemical fertilizers by 50% and shift towards solar powered pumps. And this is a renewed push for Swadeshi products from shoes to bags to reduce a dependence on imported daily use items. So, as usual, of course, Rahul Gandhi was the first one to jump, on the bandwagon and say that why didn't you warn us earlier? This was your duty, blah blah blah. Okay, now it is the duty of each one of you viewers and every Indian in the country to follow what the Prime Minister says, because he is doing this for our safety and to make sure that we are well looked after. So this is the time that you turn patriotic and decide to do what is best for the country. So it's very important. Don't even listen to the dogs that bark, by the side. Listen to what an intelligent, wise Prime Minister is telling you and just follow it. Okay, back to you, Jeremy.
So Rahul Gandhi should be more concerned about what is happening in Kerala. Even now, Kerala doesn't have a CM candidate, and they are so scared of naming the CM candidate, the Gandhis, and especially with the way so many VD Satishan and KC Venugopal and Ramesh Chanitala, all they want to become the CM of Kerala. So Rahul Gandhi has a huge problem there, and also Rahul Gandhi has supported Vijay in forming the government with 5 seats. But if you saw the ceremony in which the oath-taking ceremony of Vijay, it was quite hilarious to see Rahul Gandhi taking full credit that as though he won the Tamil Nadu election, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. So let me go on to a very interesting, unless you want to cover the Suvedu first and Adhikari, and then we move on to the Joseph Vijay. Jaidev. Go
Ye-
ahead with this. We'll finish this.
ye-
Yes.
yes. As soon as Suvendu Adhikari took oath as the West Bengal CM, now he is already in action because the murder of Chandranath Rath, his close aide and personal assistant, already 3 people have been arrested in connection with the murder of this person. And according to police, the breakthrough came after investigators traced a UPI payment made by the suspects at a toll booth near Kolkata, and that digital trail helped police officers track the movement of the attackers across states. So you can see already how efficiently the police officials are now working in West Bengal, and they have arrested the people responsible for the murder of his personal aide. And also, point number 2 is that Suvendu has started land procedures for handing over 600 acres to BSF to build border fencing across West Bengal. This is a very, very important national security move for as far as India is concerned, because we have so many lakhs of Bangladeshi illegal immigrants who came into West Bengal, and they formed the demographics of West Bengal, and that's how Mamata Banerjee and TMC won the previous elections. So thanks to SIR, and now it's a very, very welcome move. And I do hope that all the other states also take a lot of measures in identifying the illegal immigrants inside of India, because they form the demographic of many states. And like in Kerala as well, there are so many illegal Bangladeshi immigrants, and they have to be identified and they have to be deported. So this is very important that Modi ji and NDA, make a mechanism in which they can achieve this. Yes.
So let's move on to the very interesting part about none other than Vijay and his background, because it's very, very interesting. Now, Joseph Vijay's personal CA is the finance minister of Tamil Nadu. and Joseph Vijay's car driver's son is the transport minister. Now, Joseph Cook's husband is supposed to be the food minister. Now, the woman who makes Instagram reels for Joseph is an MLA and the IT minister. So it looks like his whole family is going to be a part of this this his ministry. So you're talking about people like you're talking about R. Sabarinath, who's the transport minister. He's the son of Vijay's long-time driver, Rajendran. He won the Perambur constituency and was appointed to oversee the transport portfolio, symbolizing the party's focus on grassroots. And Bhuvaneshwari, IT minister, often referred to in reports as the person responsible for managing Vijay's digital presence and social media strategy. She successfully contested the elections and was given the information technology portfolio. S. Venkatraman's reports identify him as a key financial advisor and chartered accountant who has worked closely with Vijay for years. He was tasked with managing the state's economy and addressing debt. Now, even about the food minister also, they are saying. Now, in which case, friends, I think, as many people are saying in social media, in fact, then his tailor could be the textile minister, his barber may become the cultural minister, the coconut vendor will become the commerce minister with added charge of logistics, and the maid as labor and welfare minister, and milk and vegetable supplier as dairy minister with extra charge of agriculture. Now, see, I think the whole, his whole household is going to become his ministry now, because with the way he is going, first of all, we all know that Vijay is a class 12 fail. He has absolutely no idea of politics. And now, in his first speech as the Tamil Nadu chief minister, Vijay said that he grew up in poverty and that he even knows what hunger is. So many people are saying it's all crap, because one person specifically says in social media, he was my classmate in the 3rd standard in Loyola School. His father was a filmmaker who set up his son for a career in films. It is possible that, like most filmmakers, his father may have had periods of financial strife, but that's not the same as Tamil grade poverty. And a lot of the affluent boys confuse being broke with poverty. Two very different things. Now, Vijay Joseph came dressed like a savior, but political messiahs are rarely self-made, elected, some are installed. A 26-month-old party suddenly has been built like a machine. 108 seats, 70,000 booth agents. So it's like a digital warfare, mega rallies, constituency saturation. Now, BJP took decades to build booth infrastructure, but Vijay's party did it in months. Money was flowing like monsoon water. Estimated TVK campaign burn rate 1,500 crores. No declared donor trail. No transparent funding map. Just advertisements, volunteers, ground networks everywhere. So one face kept appearing beside Vijay at every rally, every frame, every campaign trail. Adav Arjuna. TVK's General Secretary, the number 2. Adav is the son-in-law of Santiago Martin, and India's lottery king. The same Santiago Martin who became the single largest buyer of electoral bonds, 1,368 crores. ED cases followed, money laundering allegations followed, assets attached, raids happened. Yet the network kept expanding. One family inside multiple parties, winning from multiple directions. No matter who governs, the Martin family is inside. But Santiago Martin is not just a businessman. Pope Benedict the 16th is personally issued and apparently issued an apostolic blessing to Martin and his family, one of the highest symbolic honors in Catholic circles. And then another layer appeared. Martin also served as Consul General for Liberia. Diplomatic access, diplomatic corridors. You remember when we talked about C.J. Roy? This is very similar, So diplomatic access, diplomatic corridors, diplomatic insulation. Then Vijay's father, S.A. Chandrasekhar, born into a Catholic family from Chimadam, a region shaped for centuries by missionaries. Then came Loyola Vijay's uncle Xavier. Alphonse led Loyola College, a powerful Jesuit institution. Another uncle, Xavier Brito, produced Vijay's early films. After TVK was launched, Loyola's international alumni activity exploded globally. Fundraisers, events, networking, but Jesuits do not operate like normal organizations. They operate across continents, but across institutions, across generations. Then came the polling week. Catholic bishops reportedly circulated pamphlets and yes, and they then came, as we said, the TVK poll promise. Okay, so the messaging was very clear: vote strategically against BJP. SC reservation for Dalit Christians. Now, because this is where ideology meets economics, government jobs, scholarships, reservation benefits attached to religious identity that changes the conversion equation permanently, and IB knows all this. So it apparently Raw also knows this. So all this information already the government, has it. The real question is whether anyone wants to confront it openly, because Tamil Nadu is not just another state. It was always a center of Catholic missionaries. And now a new power structure stands there in the form of Vijay and his party. Unexplained money, transnational lottery empire, generational and powerful Jesuit influence. This is not a rags to riches political story. It's far too organized for that. And on top of that, we have now a lady who is acting as the chief minister herself. We are talking about none other than Trisha. Now, Trisha is not the one who has been with Vijay for a long time. Earlier, she was rumored to have a relationship with Simbu during 2003 and 2006. She was also connected to Vijay as just as a friend from 2004 to 2005, sparked by movies like Gilly, and she denied it and called him just a friend. Then she was also rumored to have a relationship with none other than Prabhas, 2004 to 2006. Then Rana Dagubati in 2010 and to 2012, which they say was a confirmed relationship. And then Varun Manian. And apparently in the year 2014 to 15 when she was engaged, but later it was called off. Now, if you look at the two women, you're looking at Vijay's wife, Sangeeta, Swarnalingam and Trisha Krishnan. Now, you can just see how different these two, people are. As you saw when Vijay was taking an oath as CM and Trisha was sitting in the front row, literally crying, so where did where do the tears come from? See, is she the woman who spent 20 years, looking after his children and making sure that their marriage went smooth? No, she just walked into his life. And so she's not his wife at all. So I don't know where this pain and this, sadness and all comes, But then, of course, they're all actresses. So to turn on the water tap, the tear tap is very easy. So this lady would have just turned it on for a good effect. Now, Sangeeta was married to Vijay in 1999, and she was a mother of two children. And there was no actually dating or something. They were just a normal thing. And apparently, she was a lady who emphasized traditional family values. And when she saw that there was some infidelity, which no woman can, tolerate, she filed for a divorce in 2025. So this is how it has been happening. Now, as you know, with Trisha, see, Trisha is acting as if she has become the chief minister, and a lot of the PR have gone on overdrive. Trying to praise her and say that she was looking so glamorous in this gown and in the silk sari that she was wearing, and how beautiful she looked with the gajra in her hair. And so the way they were just kept on talking about her, it seemed like they were preparing the stage for her to become, they were trying to compare him to MGR and her to Jayalalitha. So if you look at social media, many people are upset about this relationship. They're upset mainly by the audacity of the timing, and the way she attended the swearing in, and making it all about her own personal moment. It's being seen as a move to claim the spot of a first lady before the ink on the divorce paper is even dry. Now the PR are literally comparing her to Jayalalitha, and Jayalalitha was a political giant who fought her way through a literal physical assault in the assembly. So there's no way she can be compared to her. People feel Trisha is just walking into a ready-made power structure which is built by someone, and that also I wouldn't say it's Vijay. There are a lot of people behind who are doing it. So a lot of the people are also focusing on the fact that she wrecked a house just to become, his right hand, and many of them see her as a gold digger. Now they also wonder why she's in tears when she isn't the one who's been giving emotional support to Vijay. So in this 25-year marriage, even the children refuse to go for the oath taking ceremony. So it's nothing. And if you criticize Trisha, they'll say that you're not independent or liberated. See, we are not talking about being liberated. Doesn't mean that you just break a family and you decide to sit in somebody else's house. So it's not that we see living relationships all over. We don't have a problem with that. But when someone walks in like this and tries to become the star of the show more than even Vijay, then doubts come into people's mind about who is this lady. Now the PR is literally working overtime to frame her presence as divine support. By seating her in the front row with Vijay Spence, Shobha, and SEC, they are effectively blessing her position. When the cameras caught her crying happy tears during his speech, it wasn't just an emotional moment, it was a strategic one. It was designed to tell the public, this is the woman who stood by him while he fought for you. So this is all very important. And as you know, Sangeeta, his wife and children were missing. Okay, and the reason why she said the marriage had broken was because of infidelity and the mental agony she had received during her marriage and the divorce filings. Now his children, Jason, Sanjay, and Divya Sasha, were nowhere to be seen. So to many people, this was like a total insult, to the wife who stood by him from his earlier career, long before he was Talapati or CM. And if you're talking about, the way Trisha has come in, it's like it's a very classic move because she wants to make sure that she has been accepted, as the main woman in his life. So this is something that people are really criticizing because they feel that she is a gold digger. So let me just take a few comments. Very nice comments coming in, Jenny. Can we take the comments? Trisha must have used tear gas, which they use. And Pavan Kalyanji is quite decent, yes. And total dramatic, yes, just says. Trisha was doing drama as Vijay was doing drama. Also, the fact that, as you said, Vijay was saying that he was poor. He was never poor. He was always very well off. It seemed to be more filmy drama. Both of them are. Dramebaz says, Dhanashri. Minaji, she's also flaunting diamonds. Yes, absolutely. So that was the moment. This Trisha was, yes, absolutely, says Jazz. And basically, she was looking clown, says Jazz. And this is very sad. Vijay and his family didn't bother about Sangeeta and her children. I completely support my PM, but what about the freebies? Can't the government make use of that money to build reserves? Unnecessary PM is giving chance to the opponents. Would you like to answer that, Chetan?
Yeah, I completely support my PM, but what about freebies? Can the government make use of that money to build reserves? Unnecessary PM is giving a chance to the opponents. Yes, I do agree that I'm not for freebies, whether it is any political party, even the BJP. I don't support the freebie culture. But unfortunately, when the Congress is giving free bus rides to women, free 200 units of electricity, free, and also, free monthly income for unemployed people, or, for women. So all these things is what made Vijay get these numbers in the first place, because of the freebies. There's so many freebies, which is unbelievable. Even gold for marriages. So all this, where is he going to get the money from? Is the question. So I don't agree with the freebie culture, Shiv, and especially when the war with Iran, and India is struggling to get the energy supplies. It should be not encouraged, but this is how politics works in our country. Vijay
Also,
was more,
uh,
yeah.
yeah. Also, if you talk about Vijay, see, somewhere I feel, Jaydev, that the media in Tamil Nadu is very afraid to challenge the new chief minister. I'm talking about the mainstream media. So they're just going along with whatever narrative his team is feeding them. So that is why they're making, Trisha the first lady, and talking about her diamonds and talking about her silk sari and how poised she was and how emotional she was. So it is a fact that the mainstream media in Tamil Nadu are literally scared of the chief minister, who is now Vijay. So there must be something else also they are scared of, and that's why they're not speaking the truth. I was so much expecting Annamalai would come. And why are illegals given sabke saath sabko vikas schemes? Taxpayers, yes, well said, Shiv and Leena. So absolutely true. So one thing we must realize is that now Vijay doesn't have any political experience. There's someone else who's completely orchestrating his move as a chief minister. And as we said, it is this family that has taken over in the background. They're very careful about being in the background. Now, since he has everybody in, the driver and the cook and the his Instagram people, they'll all listen to him. They're not new people, so everybody is there. So while they have lunch and dinner, he will tell them what to do. So this is what I see as the present Tamil Nadu government. Everybody will sit at the dinner table or the kitchen, and they will decide what to do with Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, so don't forget the fact that Rahul Gandhi, in this alliance with TVK, it is going to be very difficult for, it's not going to be a very stable government for Vijay. In 6 months, I'm sure that, something is going to happen. If Rahul Gandhi with 5 seats in this alliance, he will surely, demand for a
See,
lot
did you
of
notice, Jaidev?
key cabinet
Yeah,
posts. Yeah.
yeah. Did you notice, Jaydev, the way Rahul Gandhi was stressing on new voice, new image, new generation? So he's just trying to push the Gen Z, narrative, thinking that, see, that will help remove Narendra Modi. That is not going to remove Narendra Modi. We need wise people. We need experienced people. Look at West Bengal. Look at the way he has already started ruling. Look at Himanta Biswa Sarma. Look at Yogi ji. We need people like that who care for the country and the people, not people who care for his, girlfriend, or for his cook, or for his driver, or for his this. No, we don't want people with vested interests. We want people like Modi ji. And a very interesting comment coming in from Shiv. Shiv says Vijay was taking oath as if he was reading a film script. Absolutely, he had
Yes.
by hearted it. I am sure Shiv, he would have spoken this script at least around 100 times in front of the mirror. That's how sly he is. And Vijay had recruited all his family, like cook, driver, for different portfolios. Yeah. So what's going to happen, Jazz, is everything is going to be your kitchen stuff. So when they cook sambar and all these poriyals, that is a time when Tamil Nadu's future will be decided. Annamalai has worked on ground level during this campaign. Absolutely. Shanmugam says,
Yes.
Shanmugam says Vijay will meet his Waterloo by the categories around him. Yes. And it was looking as if he was acting in a film. And he was trying to act emotional. He was trying to outcry Trisha. This is what I understood, Jerry. See, both of them were acting, but who was going to get the Oscar? Was a doubt whether it is Trisha or whether it is Vijay. Of course, there are also some small starlets also crying to show that they also matter. Yes, Shri Annamalai ji deserved to be the CM. Shiv, even governor has to intervene during oath ceremony. Half the time they didn't know what to do, so they were looking at the governor, and the governor, a simple, poor, simple man, he was giving them instructions in a very nice and warm manner. But we knew that this is a cabinet of buffoons, so everybody is going to do kitchen politics now. So from kitchen politics, guided by some bigger puppeteer who's sitting on top, with very strong religious identity. Now the fate of Tamil Nadu is literally going to change.
Yes, even now, Rahul Gandhi is very, very scared of choosing the Kerala CM candidate, and
Oh yeah,
let's
what is
see.
happening in Kerala, Jaydev? You must tell me, because all these three people are running around the chair. Like it's nobody's business, and they say it will be this month, it may be next year, it may be after New Year. It's all depends on Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi's mood, whether they really want to give it to anybody. So one thing, I was asking my mother, who's very literate about Kerala politics. Mother, I was asking her what's happening in Kerala. So she said, you know what? The supreme authority, that is Sonia and Rahul, are scared about the kind of anger that the people will unleash in Kerala, so they are taking their time, and that's why they're sleeping over it. And every time you watch KC Venugopal's face, a few more hair has grown grey. The other man, his head has become even more bald. And the man who's going to not get it at all, he's also running around in circles. This is a joke. Kerala is a big joke. The most intelligent state in India, one of the most intelligent state in India, most literate state in India, as is touted. Have fools sitting on top, running around, for and one thing. See, Kerala society, because I come from Kerala, they are a very chauvinistic society, and that's why most of them have mustaches. Now, in front of Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, they should shave their mustaches, because they don't make any decisions anymore. They are not anymore male chauvinists. They are just slaves waiting for a go ahead.
Yeah, so let's wait and watch how when the CM of Kerala will be announced. And in Kerala, Modi ji during Modi ji came to Karnataka, and he met Yedurappa's son. So Modi ji is already working on the Karnataka election, because they know that BJP has
In fact,
a very.
Jaideep, see, when Modi ji gave his speech at the airport, he said he has never seen such a large gathering at the airport. So that itself shows that the winds of change are already coming about. Now, Jazz has a very good comment. He says Vijay seems to be Kujliwan
Yes.
in the coming days. So I think he will get his lessons also from Kujliwan. I'm scared of promises he has made. It will increase the debt of TN. And this, there is another very interesting thing. He said he'll give free electricity to everybody. Now he's saying that he will give electricity only to people who consume a certain amount. See how after elections already this Vijay the actor has changed.
Don't worry, he promised wait for 8 months or so, the government will fall for sure. CM will be announced when Sonia finds another puppet.
So, but you must watch Kerala, because all these men with thick mustaches, just like the Rajasthani mustaches, which are usually up, have all withered, and they don't know what to do because they can't make any decisions. And whenever people ask them, yes, maybe tomorrow. Why are you impatient? We will decide at our own time. Where? You're not going to decide at your own time. Delhi decides everything, and they'll do it at their time. So that's the truth.
I'm not surprised if Priyanka will become the CM of Kerala.
Yeah.
So yes,
So
Shiv, I will
they
be
won't
surprised.
accept Shiv, because they need someone who speaks Malayalam. So that's something they know. The high command knows that this will never happen. You know.
So friends, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, because in this way our videos reach more and more people who are not aware as to what is really happening. Yeah, so it is.
Good night.
We'll see you again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good night.
Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.